Alright, so hey there everyone and welcome to Corey Lewis's, where today we're going to be doing our first community matches in a while. I've put on some more KOTOR soundtrack in the background because we can't use base game stuff. So just let me know if the sound is too loud and we'll go. So yeah, the way this works is I host the game. The game slots are going to be open to anyone, so whoever wants to join can. Usually we go through about 4 matches. I've got until about 3:30 today, unfortunately. So around then I'd probably have to, or 2:30 rather. So around then I'd probably have to leave. So whatever game is going on around then is going to be our last one of the game, or last one of the day. Generally, if there's enough people who want to join, I do put in a rule that if you participate in one game, you can't be in the next, just so that we can get as many people in who want to play as possible. But I don't know if we'll have that problem today. So that's usually just a play it by ear kind of thing. So I'm going to get the first game up, and feel free to join if you like. I am going to make sure we're just going to do 2v2 to start off with. I'll stay as Empire, and again, because EAW is weird, the thing says, instead of just that the lobby's full, it'll say that I'm kicking you. If you get that message, it's not actually you being kicked, it's just the lobby's full, so I do apologize. We've actually changed that in the upcoming version so that it actually tells you what's going on instead of being false like that and lying to you. But yeah, so it looks like we're going to do either Empire versus New Republic or Empire versus Empire of the Hand. So I usually try to play as many different factions as I can, usually an Imperial one, Empire of the Hand, New Republic, and then whatever warlords we can get through. But we are starting with Empire today. So let's hope that the game works, because that's always really just how it works here. No, I'm going to my friend's house for a little bit.
TIE interceptor here.
So I might be back later tonight, actually, streaming other stuff. Uh-oh. Alright, I'll probably have to rehost. Yep, I'm gonna have to rehost. Because of how temperamental this can be, if we have repeated problems with the same people, I'll usually have to just say, ask them to sit out until we get stuff working. So I'll just wait for everyone to get the right factions. The game's full, Sam, so that's why you're unable to get in. And he left instead of readying. Interesting. Right, see you, Edwards. Alright, attempt number 2. I am going to ask the people, if you do join the game, try to ready up as fast as possible. Just go with whatever factions are there. Especially with, once you get into the game, how likely it is to not actually work.
Interceptor squad reporting.
So the easier we're able to make the process, the more likely we are to be able to get into a couple more games.
Orders, sir. Course set.
Ready for action.
Vehicle in production.
Alright. Looks like we're in with some decent frame rates, so... Yay!
Beginning construction. Ready for command, sir.
It's not really the maps that do it, it's just the AW is weird with it. It'll happen regardless of map.
Engines activated.
Alright.
Lancer frigate reporting.
Ready
No.
for battle.
Frigate here. Fallout.
Raider.
Copy.
Watch for enemy
Yes,
ships.
Commander. Enemies in range.
Alright. We've actually been, Exodus and I have been adding in extra tech levels, so he's mostly taken that on. So instead of being tech level 1 through 3 in skirmish, it's going to be 1 through 4 or 5. We were having, I believe he was having some issues getting the extra tech levels to show up for, or the tech level 5 to show up for the Warlord, so we'll see what the issue was there. But that'll be how that works. So we'll be able to space out some of the units a bit differently, and hopefully some other stuff that I want to add into skirmish, but...
Crews are online. Got them in my sights.
Shields almost gone.
The lasers are our target. Go after the saggers.
Detected.
Alright, looks like we've got both of them in the middle, so...
At your command.
For another attack.
I'm gonna get a Dreadnought,
Unit.
Ready.
and we're just gonna get hammered on here. Hopefully I can keep them back enough
Let's go.
so that they can't immediately take over it. A lot of people have been complaining that there's no heroes in skirmish, but that's not accurate. There's on this. We want to add different parts of the map for people to fight over, so it's not just mines, and it's not as much getting like choked out. So you do get advantages for map control, but it's not
The torpedo launcher has been destroyed.
not quite like the first faction to get one thing wins.
Draw their fire.
So that should hopefully help improve skirmish a bit. We want to just generally improve some of the mechanics for both space and ground skirmish. That'll go alongside a lot of the ground changes. Where we'll probably start doing some ground skirmish community matches with 2.3 as well. And will survival not be broken? It's kind of low priority. There's a lot of work that has to be done to it, and we have a lot of work we have to do in general. And so even just getting it to what it was initially is a lot of work, but there's a lot of like actual design decisions that have to be made to improve the game mode, because we don't just want to leave it how it was. So for now, it's just sort of as is until we can get around to making the changes that it would need.
Firing turbo releases. Fire for effect.
Alright,
Ready for
what are we on now? He's already getting all the upgrades for that.
Unit in
I don't think we're
production.
gonna have to worry about their shields too much, so we're not gonna get that.
Choose your reinforcements. All ahead.
And the Dreadnought model has been replaced, so this is
Dreadnought cruiser
I
ready.
think actually the oldest model, or at the time it was the oldest model in the mod, and now it's
All guns, fire.
gone.
Targeting at maximum firepower.
Deathclone hasn't been updated yet for it, but can't people watch the stream? Yeah, so people can technically stream snipe if they want to, but
Fire for effect.
that's their own moral issue to deal with.
Intercept.
All guns, fire.
If they can live with themselves for it, then
Stay
Vehicle in production. Heavy cruiser standing by.
that's just life.
Firing turbo releases.
See, Albert. Yeah, Duskin Lee's getting removed.
Roger that. Location plotted.
So Armades will be on the on this thing, but that's it.
Cruiser reporting.
Choose your reinforcements.
Navigating to coordinates.
So far, it's been a very Clone Wars battle.
Cruiser reporting. Launching attack.
Yeah, I think that's also been fixed. The Fog of War reveal on Armades. Did we get pushed out of the top too?
Receiving message. Cover me now.
I guess acclimated?
Production.
Taking him out. He won't be around much longer. Target critical.
Gunship reporting.
Yeah, there's not really anything I can do about that, Arizona kid.
I'm on this one.
So,
Under control. Watch him. He's
I mean, ideally, if they just want to listen, and then they don't really get much information about what I'm doing,
enemy ships.
then, if they end up watching and listening at the same time, then they're a bunch of cheaters.
Returning to your
And
Cruiser online.
I'll take care of
morally questionable people in general.
He's about to be destroyed.
And I hope they feel bad.
Evasive maneuvers.
Decoding
Closing
transmission.
on target. Pursuing enemy forces. Gun them down.
Unit in
He's
production.
headed your direction.
Batteries online.
I mean, it's just, they're just matches for fun anyways. It's not like
Taking him out.
anything really bad will happen to me if I lose these.
To shake them.
I'll just live up to my name.
Weapons ready.
Jammed.
Navigating to
Engaging the
coordinates.
enemy.
It's not like losing a hero in a Let's Play where there's significant real-world consequences.
Our primary
Apparently.
engines
Engines
are down.
primed.
I copy. Our shields are down. Confirmed.
Taking fire.
We've lost our turbo lasers.
I mean, at some point it would be fun to do a tournament, but I don't think I'd be able to actually participate in that. I'd have to set up some kind of like observer mode where I can like cast the matches or something and figure out some kind of prize. I think that could be fun, but the logistics of it can be difficult.
Cruiser standing by.
Caesar, one of our testers, one of the moderators on the Discord server, was trying to run a Sins tournament. I think that was actually last year already. Or was it earlier this year? I don't know, but either way. And I think part of it was just because Sins takes a lot longer, but the logistics of that were
Enemy forces sighted.
quite difficult. And it was a 2v2,
We're in
but
position. Holding fire for maximum effect. Target sighted.
yeah, if I did that, I wouldn't be playing in the tournament.
Constructing unit.
Coming around.
So even then, I guess, because then it'd definitely matter if people were like watching the stream, and then I'd rather just cast all the matches or something.
Command available.
Maybe get in some of the team, make it
Form up. Attack.
hypey as possible.
They've destroyed our torpedo launcher.
I mean, devs could play Rogue. You could win the tournament.
Got our lasers.
Every match you're in could be a ground match. Maybe I should start planning that. That would be... I need to figure out a prize. I think that's the main thing I need to figure out first.
Yes, sir. Flank speed. Attack position.
A tester position could be a thing, but
Our space station.
generally if people are going to be testers, then they're probably going to be testers anyways, but...
Position.
Sir, at your command. Coming about. Initiating attack. Targeting at maximum firepower. We're in attack position. At your command.
Unit in production.
A pizza?
Ready for battle.
Tightening up.
Target sighted. Sir,
Right, no more heroes for you, no more mines for you.
destination confirmed.
Where are the others?
Primary engine system is down.
Ready to receive orders.
I've got him.
Shield's almost gone.
Bombs away.
Copy. Fire. Holding fire for maximum
Coming
effect.
around. Returning to your
Target the
position.
I
laser.
think we gotta wait for them to use powder weapons and then
The primary.
shred their shields while they're doing that.
Receiving message.
Watch your back.
Reporting in.
Intercepting.
We're on our way.
Well, 1 ISD I think of Alduja as fine against.
Choose your reinforcements.
We've lost our launch pad. Coming about.
Draw their fire.
Cover me now. The torpedo launcher has been destroyed.
Comlink active.
Closing on target. Pursuing.
Our lasers have been
Target
destroyed.
the
Ready for duty.
lasers.
Targeting at maximum firepower.
Not quite in range for that.
Open fire.
Watch for enemy ships.
Our launch bay has been destroyed. Attack formation. Decoding transmission.
Taking them out.
Our space station is under attack.
The AMA. Now that I have my camera, I can actually record all the stuff for that. But that was like
Engaging the enemy.
6 months ago that I put out the questions, so
Awaiting orders.
I got him.
I'll just answer whatever's still relevant, and then if people have more after that, I can do a second video. Because I was going to include them in the schedule videos, but I don't think that worked out very well.
Regroup.
Orbital command.
Give it a shot,
Throwing position.
and nah.
Engines are malfunctioning. I'm on this one. Tightening up. Hostiles reporting.
Roger that. Engines
Alright.
activated.
I copy.
No one's ever going to have any mines in this.
Speed ahead.
Let's finish him.
Attack that target. Target those lasers. Direct fire at their laser cannons. Moving into position. The ion cannons are our primary target. At your command.
It gets early access to photo. Yeah,
Reporting.
have to think about it.
Attacking
Because that would be like waiting until that's done too.
target those lasers. Fire at will.
$20 Steam gift card.
Our
Receiving
space
message.
station is
Okay,
under
there's a
attack.
break. So that's probably more than our station can handle.
Watch him. He's coming around.
Repairing.
Where are the others?
Our target priority is the laser cannons. Awaiting instruction. Attacking. The shields are holding.
I mean, winning an Empire at War tournament
Our turbo laser
for a copy of Empire at War,
Our engines
probably
are
not
down.
something most of the people playing would need. Because Steam is the version you want anyways, and you gotta have Steam to do the tournament.
Cover me now. Watch for
Copy of Sins or something.
gun them down. Intercepting.
Alright, looks like this one's gonna be done in a second.
Unable to shake them.
Ew, why would I force a disc copy of Empire at War on someone?
Go after them.
That's just mean at this point.
Regroup.
a free use of book cameo. That site, I don't know. I guess it's not super different from what I do, so I can't judge. But people who put themselves on that site, I don't understand. Yep, anyone can join, Little Clone. But yeah, so this game, it looks like it's over. It did seem like we had a lot of people who were looking to join. So I'm gonna ask if Relentless Gecko, Decrex, and Wahoo don't mind to sit out the next match, and then unless the game doesn't fill up, then they can join. But just to give other people a chance, when this lobby goes down, I'm going to wait about 15 seconds so people can have a chance to see if the match has ended. If you then refresh, the next one should be up. So, good game, Relentless, Decrex, and Wahooey. Revan's Revenge.
Reinforcements available.
Oh, 2 TIE interceptors. We're back.
Deploying.
Oh, only 1 right now.
Closing on target. Pursuing enemy forces.
A missile launcher has been destroyed.
Target critical.
I do think some kind of like early access or tester thing would be the
Engaging the enemy.
the most likely prize for that, but I'd have to see if anyone on the team wants to be involved in any way or... Alright. So, game should be up in... I mean, you guys won't be able to see this yet, but... Just waiting for the game to end on the stream, just to... I wouldn't be winning, or I wouldn't be participating, I'd just be, like, streaming the matches. Yeah, for now, Decrex. Unless nobody joins, or unless there's spots left. Okay. Come on, maps, core world. I need to make sure these gets closed before... There we go. We got Rasmus, Commander E, and Frankenstein. I'm gonna do New Republic this game. One moment. I do need to quickly Alt-Tab. So I'll get the game going in a second. All right. How many more matches am I going to play? That one was pretty quick. So we'll probably get up to 3 more. If you can DM me, Devoted Player, I'll check that for you after the stream. Sorry about that.
Station ready. Squadron reporting. We're going in. Standing by. Plotting course. Ready for orders. Increase to full throttle.
Alright.
Orbital command available.
Corona-class frigate reporting.
Reporting in. En route. Ready for commands. At your command.
Choose your reinforcements.
Moving out.
Beginning
Calling for me,
construction.
sir. Roger that. Form up.
Yes, sir. Awaiting your orders.
Awaiting orders. Copy. Order received.
All right, let's see if we can actually get some
Receiving
mines.
message.
Constructing unit.
I copy.
Constructing.
Corona-class frigate reporting.
All right, looks like one of them's going for the right.
Quasar reporting for duty, sir.
Choose your reinforcements.
Roger, setting course, sir.
Construction complete.
Reporting. Proceeding.
Upgrade in progress.
Try not to let one on your
Quasar reporting for duty, sir.
All right, not a horrible start.
Unit in production.
Your order, sir.
Yes, sir.
Quasars aren't great, but you can get at least some laser damage out of them. So it's good for taking out the early fighters. And since we buffed their actual complement in skirmish, because they used to just be awful, they're a bit more useful too. But
Your word is my command, sir. Roger, all batteries open fire.
Building under construction.
Ready for action.
Construction complete.
Quasar reporting for duty, sir. Roger, sir. Launching all fighters.
all right. Oh, they're Madrid.
Upgrade complete.
I hadn't actually paid attention to that.
Choose your reinforcements.
Wick as a blaster.
Your order, sir.
Try not to let one on your tail.
Roger, taking out
Yes,
their
sir.
field generator
Awaiting
now.
your orders.
If we can take advantage of the fact that they've got power weapons on.
Sir, we've lost our shields. Sir, we've been immobilized.
Our
Nova
space
Crusader, you did the
station is under attack.
VO for the
Upgrade in progress.
one. It's actually the part of the mod that I'm least involved in. I'm basically not involved in it at all. That's all up to way lawful. So I honestly don't know much about who did which.
Y-wing squadron reporting.
Oh no, that sucks. All right, I'll rehost. I know, it's so rough. I'm gonna be team 2 for once. Yes, Deck Rex, please. That wasn't really a full game. I'd like to at least give him a chance. No, I actually didn't try Smuggler's Ring yet for the community matches. We can do that next one. Then if we have like a minute without anyone joining, then it'll open back up to you guys. Yeah, so I guess next match we'll do Smuggler's Ring. Then Rogue can get his data. How much longer are you doing? How much longer are you going to be doing the community matches for? About an hour. Well, the lobby was full of voted player. That's what that message means. That's not a stability issue, Banana Phoenix. It's just the game doesn't like when those factions get selected together. So it's not going to be... Well, it's only 4 slots are open to voted player. We're not doing a 4v4. Alright, so I'll have to rehost. Like you can see that I close... So there may be 8 slots total, but only 4 are open. I'm not going to do a 3v3 unless it's being really stable, which it hasn't been. So it's better to just stick with 2v2. That's why I do 2v2 instead of 3v3 or 4v4, just because EAW is online is not super stable. The more players you have, the more chance of a desync or a connection issue. I made some of the maps. Rogue is our dedicated mapper right now. That implies that he won't be later. Rogue is currently our only dedicated mapper, so he's the one that makes most of the maps. Whereas other people will kind of throw something in every once in a while. So this is a map that was added with 2.2.5, or no, 2.2.5, not 2.2.4. So I haven't actually played on it before. So we're going to see what Rogue Done did over here.
Squadron reporting. Standing by. Asteroids ahead. Switch shield to double front.
You know what?
Asteroids ahead.
I'm going to actually go that way.
Double front. Ready for action.
Constructing unit.
Ready for orders. We're going in.
Beginning construction.
Reporting in. Asteroids ahead. Switch shield to double front.
Don't think we'll be able to jump Coronas in here directly.
Choose your
You can fly in from
reinforcements.
that way. Yeah, so you can't jump in directly that way.
Moving out.
Asteroids ahead. Switch shield
Corona
to double
class
front.
frigate reporting.
Choose your reinforcements.
Eventually I'll get Tech 2, but rushing tech levels is generally not
Station ready.
advised.
Unit in production.
Yes, sir. Awaiting your orders. Watch out
Construction
there.
complete.
Asteroids ahead.
Ready for command. Stay in attack formation.
Corona class
Calling
frigate
for me,
reporting.
sir.
Don't get it yet.
Orbital command
Corona
available.
class frigate reporting.
Roger that. Plotting course. Target's coming in fast.
Choose your
Keep your eyes open.
reinforcements.
Keep your eyes open.
Roger that. On the move.
There's one on me. Ah! Target confirmed. Warm up.
Corona class frigate reporting.
I can't maneuver.
Anything to help, sir.
Withdrawing their fire. Awaiting orders. Copy.
Yes, sir. Awaiting your orders.
I copy. It's as good as gone.
Building under construction.
Try not to let one on your tail.
Alright.
Too close. Blast, my stabilizer's broken loose. Decrease to full throttle. We're too close.
Choose your
Rendezvous at mark
reinforcements.
6.1.
Corona class frigate reporting.
Guess we got it.
Power. That's it. Scratch one. I've got him lined up.
Anything to help, sir.
Stabilizer's broken loose.
Moving out.
I've got him lined up.
Upgrade
Watch your
in
six.
progress.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Lasers linked and ready. Watch your six. En route. Stay in attack formation. That's got him. I've got him fixed.
Construction
The Nebulon isn't in skirmish because the Corona was designed to replace the Nebulon. So there's not really a reason to have both of them.
building started.
That's got him.
Corona class.
Their build bar is pretty much already full. So
Anything to help, sir. Watch out.
maybe once we split off the upgrades to their own thing, their own capturable thing, we'd be able to throw in some of the extra units, especially now that we have
Yes, sir.
Upgrade.
tech levels more split up.
Corona class
But-
frigate reporting.
Yes, Commander.
Rendezvous at Mark 6.1. I've got a problem. Ah! I've got a problem. Ah!
Anything to help, sir.
Ready.
Construction
Asteroids ahead.
complete.
Switch shields to double front.
Upgrade in progress.
Receiving message. Enemy unit disabled.
Unit in production.
I'll take the liberty of building that ship.
Await your orders. Corona class frigate reporting. All batteries fire.
Alright, looks like we got pretty much everything we need.
Fire at will.
We're drawing their fire.
I'm in bad shape. Target's coming in fast.
Enemy unit disabled.
Should we go around for another pass? Watcher 6.
Anything to help, sir.
I'm in range. I'm in range.
I've got
Alright, are they gonna be... Yeah, they're gonna be...
Slow reinforcements. Reinforcements.
Have to move this over a little bit so we can drop that in.
Decoding transmission.
And I'll grab that.
In progress.
Affirmative. Cruiser standing by. Yes, sir. Awaiting your
Alright,
orders.
you guys pull in a bit more.
Upgrade complete. Beginning construction.
Let's get our fighters to help because all their shields are
Y-wing squadron
shredded.
reporting. Asteroid field ahead. Shields to double front.
Ready for orders. Confirmed. Ion cannons are the target.
Corona class frigate reporting. Ready to commence. Disable those ion cannons.
Ready for action.
Reporting in. There's one on me.
Weapons charged. Anything to help, sir.
Ready for command.
Switch to visual scanning.
Right, there we go. Now you can turn around there.
Yes, sir.
Don't need you all the way in the asteroids.
Station ready.
And where do we that?
I can't maneuver.
Mon calamari cruiser here.
So if I bring them around, we should be able to help up here and probably even get to their base pretty quickly.
Mon calamari cruiser ready.
Orbital command available.
And we should have Tech 3 soon. I'm going to get a VAC and then probably a Nebula. We should have enough money for it.
Ready for command.
Tech
Corona
upgrade
class
complete.
frigate reporting.
Should we go around for another pass?
Hold on.
Roger that.
At your command.
8 grand, almost there.
Got one. That's it. Scratch one.
Form up.
I'm in range. Decrease to full throttle. Enemy unit disabled. Decrease to full throttle.
Y-wing standing by. Assault frigate here.
Choose your reinforcements.
Orders received.
Receiving message.
And our first Nebula. I'll probably get an MC-80B after that, or MC-90 and then more Nebulas after that. Just so we have something that can tank a little bit better.
Awaiting orders.
Roger that.
Anything
It looks like we're going pretty much straight for the
Should be there any moment now.
station after that.
Reporting. Orders received. Roger that.
Oh, there's an ISD.
Copy. Open fire on the
Alright, you guys get over here now.
Starting my run.
Decoding transmission.
Form up. Order received.
Cannons armed. Setting course. Weapons armed. We're on the move.
Behind me.
Get our fighters moving.
Copy.
No good.
Our target priority is not laser cannons. All craft attack.
I've lost engine 2.
Transfer all power to shield. All craft engage.
Stabilize the program.
I've got one on me. I need help.
Choose your reinforcements.
Defender's a fighter. It doesn't have any kind of heavy ordnance.
Yes, Admiral.
Ready
I've
for
lost
action.
engine 2.
Vehicle in production.
I've got one on me.
Nebula class reporting in. Open fire on the launch.
Copy.
Yes, sir.
Is that Lancer still up? I don't think so.
Reporting. Start fire here. Focus fire on the guns.
Okay, we're gonna take down the octuples on this side first. Probably have to take those down just before they do any kind of damage. And go this way.
We're drawing their fire.
I've got one on me.
Draw their fire.
Open fire.
You're 6.
Station ready.
I can't shake him.
Need help.
Constructing unit.
Try not to let
Nebula
them
class
down.
on standby.
I'm in range.
Take out their weapon batteries. Open fire.
I've got one on me. I've got one on me.
I'm hit.
Beginning our engagement.
Can't maneuver. Enemy unit disabled. Degrees to full throttle.
They're coming around.
MC90 has more health. It doesn't have anywhere near as much damage.
I can't hold out. I'm hit. Swinging around. Stabilize the program.
Nebula class.
Compared to the Nebula.
Reinforcements. Ion cannon firing.
Enemy unit disabled.
Keep your eyes open.
Target's coming in fast.
We're drawing their fire.
Target's coming in fast.
Yes, Admiral. Beginning our engagement. They've ruptured our engines.
Orbital command.
They've ruptured our engines. That sounds
Upgrade
gross.
In progress.
Yes, sir. Awaiting your orders. Nebula class reporting in.
I've got one on me.
Destroy their hangar bay.
I've lost engine 2.
Drawing their fire.
We haven't announced a release date for Fall of the Republic.
Attack their gun emplacements. Commencing attack.
It's
Out their weapon batteries.
not anywhere near being finished, so
Commencing attack.
once it's basically finished, we'll announce a release date.
Our engagement.
Otherwise, it can vary by way too much.
Focus fire on the guns.
Thursday, Rogue. Wrong day. Can't just lie to people.
Open fire. We're inbound. Attack their gun emplacements.
I can't see him.
We can screw with people, but we can't just outright lie to them.
Got one on me.
That's cruel.
Ion cannon available.
Commencing attack.
No good. I can't maneuver.
Nebula class reporting in.
The Yvitha's dedicated ships, like the Armada, already has the ability to self-destruct, but they're being removed as a playable faction, so
Beginning our engagement.
the stats on Fall of the Republic? Right, doesn't look like we actually need this.
Take out their weapon batteries.
I've got a problem.
Ion cannon firing.
I can't maneuver.
Telemetry received.
Stabilize. I've got a fix. Target's coming in fast. Get him off me.
Keep your eyes open.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
hit.
Okay.
Good. I can't maneuver. Rendezvous at Mark 6.1.
We're drawing their fire.
Reinforcements available.
We're drawing their fire.
Start right here. Beginning our engagement. Focus fire.
In progress is fine. We'll start having videos
Nebula class.
on it fairly soon. I'm hoping after the Greater Maldrude LP, we can do either CSA and ICW, or we can do the Republic and Fall of the Republic. So, should start seeing stuff out of it.
Yes, Admiral. Take out their weapon batteries.
We've got some of the basic heroes in. Most of the units are done.
Vehicle
Well, more for the Republic than the CIS. The CIS is probably halfway for space and less than that for ground. There's a bunch of infantry stuff that still needs to be done. Like we have a super battle droid model from a long time ago that I want to update. So I'll do that probably soon, and then we gotta animate it. I just got Mace Windu coded in. Some of all the space heroes, so people like Pelion and Tarkin and that, they were coded in the week before I left. The Persuader class tank droid, or Persuader class enforcer, or snail droid, snail tank, that thing. That is modeled. It hasn't been rigged yet, and that'll be put in pretty soon. Oh well. We basically won that one, so that's not too bad. So good game, Rasmus. I'm just gonna call you Shith because I'm not gonna read your whole name on stream. And Christian server. It was probably a disconnect by Rasmus there. We're going to have the different Malevolence instances, but we're like Subjugator instances, but we're not going to have the different models for them. At some point, we might do a different model for the Devastator, but that stuff takes a long time, so I don't really ever see that becoming a main priority for us. Ever thought about? We only like to make our own stuff. We don't like getting stuff from other mods. The only free release stuff we use is stuff that was free released by people who are on our team already or work for our team already, or people like Bob who were making them for PR, and then we use that stuff because he is on TR as well. Because every mod uses the Evil Jedi models that Raw uses. I don't really want to be like, just have it look like every other mod that already exists. Let's go for Solar Flare. I'm gonna do Empire of the Hand this time. Like, it's nothing against the models, it's just for the last 12 years, that's how we've run things. We want to have our own style, rather than have it be like an assembly of non-matching assets. I mean, it'll be referenced, it's just we don't have the resources to make multiple instances of it right now. We're going to focus on like what's basically needed to flesh out the main points of the mod. We've already announced the Republic and CIS hero list, I'm pretty sure. Have we? I know we've announced the unit list, and I know we did the hero list for one of them. We may not have actually posted the CIS hero list yet. Alright. Unfortunately, this will probably have to be the last game. Depending on how long it takes, I might be able to get in another one after this. And I'm thinking before we get Greater Maldrude started, which will be Friday or Saturday, since we have a few more days to fill between then and now, I'm probably going to be doing some Halo Campaign Commander skirmishes. So I'll get that. Probably put up a video, one UNSC, one Covenant. And then we'll still have PR going throughout the week. So there should actually be another stream tomorrow of continuing Phoenix Rising. That'll probably be done just on Twitch, and then the episodes posted throughout the week like usual.
Decoding transmission. Ready for action.
Uh-oh. Alright, so it looks like this one's going to be a disconnect. Yeah, Trench is in. We definitely wouldn't add extra hard points to the ISDs. They're based on the actual weapon loadouts of the ships. I think we might have bumped up the ISD2's health a little bit or something, but they're generally how they should be. Alright, this is apparently not working, so, well, that sucks. There were a few nerfs that we did to some of the other Moncals where their health was dropped a little bit, but Commander Sam, that means you're not running the mod, or you have interfering files that are causing a version mismatch. Red game means you're not running the same thing that I am. Oh, that's single player. Yeah, it was the MC80B and the MC90 specifically that got nerfed. Like the ISDs do what they should. There were a few units that were overpowered compared to them. MC90, MC80B, and Tector, I think, were the main ones. But other than that, like, you have to take into account that they're fairly old ships by this point, and they're fighting against stuff that was, for the most part, designed to kill them. Make sure you're running the mod from the Steam Workshop, Sam, and that your game installation is clean. So you don't have any other files in your data folder that are going to interfere with it. Because some other mods install, for example, AI files into the data folder, like old versions of Republic at War, old versions of AOTR, and those will cause issues with any other mod.
Orbital command available.
Yeah, like I said earlier, after the stream, I'll take a look at it.
TIE squadron standing by.
Building under construction.
Constructing unit.
Ready for battle.
You have a very bad bug with ISD2? What bug?
Roger that.
Journey class
Choose
frigate
your
here.
reinforcements.
Moving to those coordinates.
Engines activated.
Constructing.
Vigilance standing by. Right away, sir. Awaiting your orders.
Receiving message.
Vehicle in
Construction
production.
complete.
Upgrade in
Awaiting
progress.
orders.
Alright, we might fall a little bit behind.
Constructing.
Journey class frigate here. Warlord class
Construction
gunship here,
complete.
sir.
Attack formation. Detected. Go
We
after
stand
the
ready.
stragglers. Regroup for another attack. Copy. I copy.
Upgrade complete.
We await your orders.
Space station under attack.
Patch back in home.
And that means, Sam, that you do have files from other mods in your data folder
Construction
that
complete.
the game is loading, and that'll be interfering with the mod.
Getting a lock. Intercepting.
Upgrade in
Warlord class
progress.
gunship here, sir.
Excellent shot. Decoding transmission.
Unit in production.
I'm on them. Stay in formation.
We
Location
stand ready.
plotted.
Patch back in home.
Alright, gotta get ready for the other side. Well, let's get Alaria, or Aphthonia on that side.
Warlord class gunship here, sir.
Choose your reinforcements.
Acknowledge, sir.
Well, the
Warlord class
first step is usually go into your corruption/data folder
already on it, sir.
and delete the XML or scripts folder if either of them is there.
Get behind them. I have them now. Cruiser reporting.
Vigilance standing by.
And that's usually the files that are put there.
We have the enemy targeted, my lord.
Choose your
Upgrade
reinforcements.
complete.
Navigating to coordinates.
Space station damaged.
Station ready. Coming around.
Where is it? Here it is.
Unit in production.
I need to move that so it's not
Unit cancelled.
halfway across the build bar. It should always be at the front.
Enemies in range.
We stand ready. All batteries fire when ready.
Back around for another. Holding fire
Updating
for
target
maximum
parameters.
effect. Yes, sir.
Oh no,
Journey
there's a Scarsis.
here.
There's gonna be another one down.
Intercepting.
Oh god.
I'm on them. Eliminating target.
I can't remember if that's been fixed yet. I think it was.
Patch back in home.
Stay in formation.
You shouldn't keep the data. You never want those files anymore. Any mod that still installs their AI like that needs to be taught a lesson and uninstalled. It causes so many headaches for everyone. Alright, so I'll have to rehost. We'll give this one more try. But yeah, there was when 2.2 had just released, like it used to be a lot more common before people knew that you could put the AI files in a meg file and put it within the mod, which is how you should do it if you're sane. But there were other mods that didn't know that before. Some probably still don't know that. Workshop luckily makes it a lot easier because you can only install files into the one folder. You can't interfere with other stuff. No, sorry. That wasn't against you, Banana Phoenix. I'm just... Those modders should know better when they're releasing their shit. And they should also know that it, like, fucks with everyone else's work. Which is super annoying. Yeah, one of the mods, when they initially released their shit, tried to tell me, like, oh, well, everyone should benefit from RA. Well, first off, if your AI is done properly, it'll only work with your mod, because it's supposed to take into account, like, the changes you've actually made. And no, your mod crashes, or your AI crashes in your mod half the time anyways, so no. I don't think Nomada knows how to modify the AI, so... The big two that were a problem before was Republic at War and AOTR 2.6. 2.7 doesn't do it anymore, and I don't think the new Republic at War version does either. But I used to have like a copy-paste response for Republic of War specifically. Alright, so we'll give this one last try. Then unfortunately I will have to leave. All right, so unfortunately it's not cooperating, so I think we're gonna have to leave it there for today. So we will be doing Ascendancy next week, and then the week after that we'll be doing ICW. Tomorrow we'll have a Phoenix Rising stream, so we'll continue with that playthrough, and then next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday will be the first episodes of our Greater Maljude playthrough. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream so far. But if you would like to join the Discord server, there should be a link in the description there. And yeah, so thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.